Okay, so this video was 100% inspired by this other YouTuber named Lauren. I will attach a screenshot of her channel so that you guys can actually go and watch her story. I did this story time because I really felt like we went through the same thing, and I really feel like it's important that people know the dangers of picking at your pimples. And yeah, please watch the entire thing. It's very important. Hello everybody, and okay. I feel like I haven't done this in a long time that I forgot how to do it. But anyway, hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. What's going on? No. Okay, let me take a second to actually. No.
A few moments later.
Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, make sure that you subscribe, like, share and comment. So I'm sure you can tell by the title of this video that this is literally just a very different thing. We're taking just a quick detour. I never thought I'd like do this kind of thing. I mean, like, even when it happened to me, I never thought I'd actually come out to make a video about it. I was just in a state where I was like, what is going on with my skin? What is wrong with my skin? I have never ever gotten anything like this before, and as soon as I get into this completely different continent with a completely different climate and just completely different almost everything, then my skin decides to act up. So for me, like, it took me a long time to actually come to terms with the fact that my skin is just reacting to like the different climate changes and stuff. And like, I've never really had the perfect skin, honestly. Like, for as long as I can remember, my skin has been doing the most on y'all's. My skin has been literally just but at the same time, I don't want to say I'm not happy about it and actually not doing anything about it, because I'm really not doing anything about it. I think it's just really improving on its own. I didn't want to put it under pressure of going from product to product. Yeah, I got this thing on my leg, a boil. Like, it was like such a big lump. You could feel that there's, like, I couldn't even sleep on this side, because the thing is, if I'd put pressure on the leg, oh my god, it would burn so bad. And I literally, like, in Goa, that was the moment where I went like, okay, dear Goa, I was going through the most at that moment in my life. And so I went into the doctor, because like, I couldn't even wear pants. I had to always wear dresses so that it doesn't actually press on it, or it doesn't get caught on it, because oh my goodness, it was the most painful thing, literally. So I went into the doctor, and then they said, okay, this is a cyst, but then we can't pop it because it's like not fully developed yet. We needed to get, like, reach a certain stage, because if we try and pop it now, you're gonna have to come back every 2 days so that we actually get to drain out like the whole pus or something that was inside, so that it doesn't go on and like pop up elsewhere in your body. But for me, excuse me, I couldn't really do that because I'm working. So going in every 2 days at a certain hour during the day, like, was gonna be really hard for me, you know. So I was like, okay, I'll wait. And then I went back. I think they said I should come back a week later. I went back a week later, and they were like, okay, this thing is really not developing as fast as we would like for it to. And they wanted to test it, obviously, and see if it like wasn't disease or something like that. But I took antibiotics that they prescribed for me, and then eventually it popped on its own, and then the pus came out, and then I had this huge hole on my leg. Oh my god, I had this huge hole on my leg. It was the most terrifying thing. It stressed me out so bad, because it was like you literally could see the hole in my leg, and I was like, okay, this is freaking me out. What's gonna happen in my leg? But it closed up. I still have a black spot on my leg, but it's actually on my thigh actually, but it's actually healed, I would say. Again, I also got something on my I don't know if like this like still your nose or something, with the whatever bridge of your whatever, but it was actually on the inside for me. You can still feel the lump when you like when I touch my nose. I'm like, okay, there's still something there. Like my nose started being sore. First things first, like whenever I try and blow my nose, I'd feel something very sore, and then I'd be like, okay, I don't know what's going on, but something is going on with my nose. And then I started getting like this side of my nose going to my eye started being swollen. It terrified me, honestly, because I felt like my eye was closing up, you know, and I literally like I had like such a blur vision on this eye, and I already have eye problems. So it was like, for me, it was very like terrifying that, okay, is this thing really going to affect my eyes more than they already are? And but then it grew and grew, and then like the lump inside, it was literally almost closing my nostril, and I could barely breathe on this like side of the nose. So I started picking at it, like trying to get it to actually open up and like to pop it, so that the pus could actually come out, because I felt like what made it so painful was the pus. So I had no idea that me trying to pop it was actually me getting it to be more worse than it actually already was, you know, because like I didn't like know at the time that you should actually not pick at your pimples, because literally you could get the most ridiculous diseases, the deadliest diseases and stuff. Because even with this thigh thing, it started as a small pimple, and I picked at it. But the people that I live with suggested that I go on and get a nasal spray, nostril spray. A nasal spray, and excuse me, I think some more antibiotics, I don't know. But yeah, I was like, I'm not gonna go to the doctor, I'm gonna be my own doctor, which probably made it worse. But anyway, so I went into the Walmart pharmacy and got those things, and I think that kind of the nasal spray kind of pressured it to actually soften up. And like I think after 2 days of using the nasal spray, I was able to pop it. Oh my god, the most disgusting thing came out of my nose. It was literally, but then after that, the pain literally lessened. Like after that, the pain was just so much more bearable, because the pus was out now, and my eye started like the part of my nose like that was this part that was quite swollen started like to calm down, and everything like started I started feeling so much better, because it was so difficult for me to even go into public, because I really felt like people could just see it. At first, like, I was like, okay, you wear glasses, so people won't like really notice it. But the thing is, my glasses would be so skewed, something like, but okay, something is really there. And I just felt very self-conscious, and I was like, I just had the most terrible week that week, because I think it lasted like a week or something. But anyway, yeah, I just, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I think that, I guess the moral of the story is to just like get awareness when don't pick at your pimples, even though, excuse me, I didn't go to the doctor like Lauren did. I think, like, as I said, from what she described in her video, was like, literally, this is what I went through. And I feel like, if I had went to the doctor, maybe I would have gotten more insight on what was going on. I'm just hoping that I don't have anything that they would have diagnosed me with, something that would have needed like much more medical care and stuff. But this happened like 3-4 months ago, so I don't think it will come back again, god forbid. I know most of this video is very disgusting, but I really wanted you guys to see what was going on and stuff. But yeah, so yeah, I'll see you on Sunday when we post a normal video, I guess. Yeah, thank you for tuning in, you guys, and make sure that you like, subscribe, share, and comment. And as always, I'll be back not next week, in a few days, for more videos.